Folks, if you're out there quarantined, not much to do, staying safe, staying healthy, it's what we do here at Pub Sports Radio. And look at this. It's me and the big man on campus. We're going to come to you each and every day on voted topics and hot topics, no doubt about it. Jeff, feels good just to be back on the air, doesn't it?
It definitely does, Don. It's a great point. It's nice to kind of get away from all the panic and pandemonium and just focus on some sports for once.
No, and here's what we're going to do each day. The hot topics of the day, as you know, follow the Pub Sports Twitter account as well as mine or Jeff's that you can get in on because we are going to have voting each and every day on certain hot topics. Whatever you guys decide is what me and Jeff are going to talk about. And today, I don't think there's anything hotter out here topic-wise, Jeff, than Tom Brady moving down to the Buccaneers. But we're actually going to focus on an angle of not how Tom Brady's going to do today with the Buccaneers, but who's manning the quarterback spot up in New England, Jeff.
Yeah, you're going to hear a lot of rumors. I think nowadays more than ever, you're going to hear a lot of rumors. I mean, there's not much to talk about outside of this. So I think it's going to be a lot of Nick Foles or whoever. But I think the truth of the matter is, Donnie, if you look at New England, they like Jarrett Stidham. They like the price tag that Jarrett Stidham doesn't command. He's under control for another couple of years. We have to also remember next year, Donnie, they are going to have a lot of cap space with all the stuff that's going on. So I think it's important to realize that we all know who Bill Belichick is. We know what he can do with a quarterback. We can't use the minute, small sample size of Jarrett Stidham. What did he appear in? 3 or 4 snaps last year? They like Stidham. I don't think it's out of the question to think, Donnie, that if a quarterback falls that they like in the draft, they may go after. There actually is a decent group of quarterbacks, some of the Jordan Loves of the world and Fromms and guys like that. So I think to me, I think the Nick Foles stuff ain't going to happen. I don't think they go out and get a quarterback. I think they use Stidham for now, and they look down the road in 2021 or in the draft to address it.
Yeah, it's very Belichickian if we're going to go out and use just Jarrett Stidham. But there are a couple options out here on the free agent market and a dwindling market because if you're taking a look at guys that would have came in and helped immediately right away from the New England Patriots, we're obviously talking about guys like Teddy Bridgewater or, if you were able to sway like a Drew Brees. And I'm talking obviously we know Drew Brees wasn't leaving. You still had Tom Brady, but it was pretty clear and apparent to me. I don't really care what the smoke screens that are out on the market. When Tom Brady met with the Patriots, they were probably telling him, look, Tom, we're not going to pay you a lot of money. We're not paying you 30, 25, or 20. We see what we're getting from you directly. How about 15 million or 20 million, something like that, if you want to come back on a one-year deal? He didn't want that and left at that point, which now leaves them in a little bit of a lurch. But also you're talking about, Jeff, the single best coach of all time to ever run any sport in any organization. You're talking about his command general on offense, Josh McDaniels, one of the single best offensive minds. You're leaning on a historic caliber defense up in New England. The cupboard's not bare. If we're looking at somebody they could bring in, obviously, as we already said, some of these guys were already on the move and certainly switched hands. But what about those lower level guys? Because I hear Cam Newton's name get thrown around a lot. He's going to be out at Carolina. He's not going to be that expensive to trade for. And in fact, he might even get cut, but he is going to cost some money. Cam Newton doesn't seem like a good fit for me in New England.
No, I could see maybe like a Jacoby Brissett. Maybe they go back down that road. They've already dealt with him in the past. They seem to be a team that will generally go after guys they've had before. Maybe do they take a shot with Jameis Winston? I can't seem to think that Bill Belichick on the sidelines with some of those turnovers, that would be must-see TV. So I can't think they do that. I think if they're going to go out on the free agent market, I would imagine it have to be either Brissett or Nick Foles. I think there's a general respect from Bill Belichick about Nick Foles. We obviously remember 2018, he saw Nick Foles absolutely carve him up. But as you said, the cupboard isn't dry in New England. They're going to be fine. I think it's important to mention, if you're a New England fan out there, you must get rid of this fanboy-like feeling with Tom Brady. Was he a great quarterback? Is he a great quarterback? Yes, but he's not anymore. You've got to stop figuring that this is 2012. It's not. You got to move on. He didn't want to be there. And at the end of the day, Donnie, as we've talked about before, you and I, I would take 10 to 12 to 15 quarterbacks right now in this league over Tom Brady.
Yeah, Tom Brady last year, by the way, if you're counting any numbers here, quarterback passer rating, Jeff, ranked anywhere between from 22 to 24, depending on what outlets that we're looking at. Obviously, mobility going down. So if you're looking at the Patriots, the one thing you were missing last year is a quarterback that could make plays on his own. The rush breaks down, get out of the way. There are some younger guys, but again, are we talking about, I think the one prognosis, we'll leave it off here, Jeff, because obviously you can get the Cam Newtons of the world. Joe Flacco is going to get released. Do you think this is a long-term plan, or is this like, look, just get me somebody who's a veteran quarterback that can man the helm for 1 year, we'll regroup and reevaluate in the next year or two, maybe through the draft? Because let's just say they go out now, Jeff, and get, and I'm just using this name, Joe Flacco at quarterback, but draft Jordan Love out of college and say, we're going to give you a year to get ready before you throw it in there. Because keep in mind, again, that defense is going to be good. And nobody has yet stepped up in the AFC East to say we're going to take the Patriots down yet.
Or do they take the Golden State Warriors model and say, we're just going to throw away a year and say, hey, let's go get Trevor Lawrence, or somebody like that. I mean, that's, I don't think it'll be that bad, but I think the goal would obviously be to get through this year. I think, as I said, they like Stidham. They like the price tag that Stidham doesn't command. And they obviously next year, Donnie, are going to have plenty of room to go out and do what they want to do. So I don't think there's a general reason to panic in New England. I know that's what we do nowadays in this country is panic. But I think a lot of these fans are obviously sad about the memory of what Tom Brady did. He did a lot, accept that, move on. Nobody's crying over you guys.
Yep. Every single day, Monday through Friday, me and Jeff going to pick out some hot topics. So as we said, please give Pub Sports Radio a follow on Twitter, as well as Jeff and myself. We'll keep bringing these daily topics that you vote on and you want us to break down. We'll be back tomorrow with another hot topic. Thanks for tuning in today. Good luck and stay safe out there.